Hey guys, it's Isabel and happy 2017. I'm so happy to be back with you guys with the second video of the year. If you don't watch my first video, it is my New Year's Eve vlog from whenever I was in Colorado. So you guys go check it out. It was a nice time. I wanted to have this video up earlier. I said I would have this up by the 1st. Obviously that didn't happen. But I decided to take the first week off of the year because I wanted to kind of collect my thoughts and just kind of get a feel for what this year's theme would be. I feel really good energy coming from this year. As you guys can see, I have my Himalayan salt lamp back here, and then my crystals, and then my Like a Boss mug. If you guys watched my 2016 inspiration video last year, I decided that the theme of 2016 would be like a boss. Let's just talk about how that went. I had a great year. I wouldn't say that it was a perfect year. You know, a lot of people complained about 2016, said it was a terrible year. We're ready for it to be over, so congratulations if you made it into 2016. You survived. But for me personally, 2016 was not a bad year at all. It was actually a year of a lot of growth and positivity, and whenever I did get into a slump around the summertime and just kind of like a negative place, I decided to change my thinking, and I used the law of attraction for that. Of course, it's natural for us to be negative. Bad things are going to happen in life. We can't control a lot of things that happen in our life, but we can do our best to control our reaction to those things and how we cope with those things. And I think that's really key, because the law of attraction does say that you do create your own reality. You can't change the world around you, but you can create your own reality, which basically means that we can think however we want. We can choose to feel a certain way. Things happen, but they don't have to happen to us, if that makes sense. So yes, 2016, I did take things on like a boss. I did decide to create my own reality. I did decide to take control of my life and of my decisions. But also, I learned from things, and I learned from mistakes, and I learned from the negative. So whenever I was away on my trip in the mountains in Colorado, out in the snow, it was a very, very introspective time for me, especially just out like 10,000 feet up in the mountains. You start to get introspective, and I am not a person who usually likes cold weather, but for some reason in Colorado, I just was very, very inspired. I had manifested that trip to Colorado, and I don't know if you guys even remember, but back in the fall, I showed you guys on Snapchat, and I talk about this in my vlog. I showed you guys on Snapchat that I changed my Mac screensaver, my background on my desktop, to snowy mountains and trees, and I said I'm going to put this as my background because I want to travel to a place that looked just like this. And that was just my way of using the law of attraction. And what do you know? I had a last-minute trip to Colorado for New Year's, and it was exactly, the landscape looked exactly like my photo. That just goes to show you guys, the law of attraction does work even in the smallest ways, and me being in that place that I had manifested was just very magical to me. And even though I'm not a snow person, I'm not a winter person, that I was going to thrive in new experiences, in unexpected experiences. That's basically the theme I want to take into 2017, is thrive. And no matter what situation, negative, positive situations I didn't want to be in, I would thrive in them. And I think that's all about mindset. People love to talk negatively about people who try to be positive. They try to say there's no possible way to be happy all the time or be positive. I understand, I know, I'm human, I'm not happy or positive all the time, but I have really changed my mindset to the point where when I start to feel negative, I say no. You're not going to be negative right now. You're not going to be sad. You're not going to be angry. You're not going to be this. You're not going to be that. Because in the end, what does being negative bring you? It brings you more anger. It brings you more bad stuff in your life. Don't feel like you have to force yourself to be positive, because forcing yourself to be positive is not the answer either. You have to feel good. You have to tell yourself it's going to be okay. Find the good in the bad. And that's not forcing. If you're faking being positive, that's not good at all. That's gonna make you feel even worse, because you're not looking at your problems in the eye. You're pretending like they're not there. Being positive is saying, okay, this is what we're dealing with. This is the issue we have at hand, and this is how we're gonna solve it. Or telling yourself there is a solution to your problem. So I just wanted to talk about that really quick, because I think people have a misconception about the law of attraction and about being positive, and they seem to think that it's about being fake, and it's not at all. It just means that you're taking control of the situation. The situation might not be your fault, but you can take control over how you react to that situation and how you act in life. With that being said, if you want to make 2017 your year, a year where you thrive and you grow and you become closer to that person that you've always wanted to be, or closer to where you want to be, or manifest what you want in life, you need to become familiar with the law of attraction. Now, I do recommend The Secret to you guys. It's a book. If you guys don't know, there's also a movie. I always recommend that to people who are new to it because it just puts it out there in the simplest forms. However, the law of attraction is much more than The Secret, and I feel like The Secret can oversimplify things to the point where it doesn't work. If you guys want to know more about the law of attraction, I have 3 videos that go into it. I have one on my experiences, one on my tips on how to use it, and then one on how to stay positive in negative times. I'm gonna link all those down below so that you guys can have something to look at. I'm not gonna go into it in this video because then it's gonna be super long. And this brings me to my first tip, which helped me throughout last year, and that is to write everything down. Write down all your goals, write down your resolutions, write down what it is you want to accomplish this year. And you will see that once you write things down, you actually have a clearer mental picture. I'm huge on visual things. I'm huge on vision boards. I'm huge on writing things down, lists, because it really helps my mind have like a tangible reference to everything. Whereas if it's just floating around in your head, you can forget about it, you can modify it, but if it's written down, it's almost like this is it. I'm very specific on this and it's going to come into fruition. And there's so many studies and so many articles and references out there that talk about when you write things down, when you write down goals, they're more likely to happen. You're more likely to follow through on them. Just writing them down isn't enough, guys. You have to be relentless in your pursuit of things. If you want to live a good life, if you want to reach your goals, you have to be relentless. You have to ignore the negative people, ignore the negativity in your mind, and ignore any kind of external circumstances that are telling you you can't do it, and you just have to pursue it. If you don't know what you want, if you don't know what you want to manifest this year, if you're not sure where you want to be in 365 days or less, then take time to meditate on it and just kind of think things out, kind of like I did. You don't have to start right at the beginning of the year in order to have a resolution. Resolutions can happen any time of the year, any time of your life. You're never too old or too young to have a resolution or to try to start over or begin a new journey. You can start any time, so definitely take time to think about it. You don't have to do it in January or February. You can start in March, you can start in April, just as long as you start and you commit to something and you are relentless in your pursuit of what it is that you want to have in your life. Which leads me on to my second tip, and that is to create a vision or dream board. Now, I love dream boards. I think that they help you manifest. They help me manifest my trip to Paris in the summer, and I just like to have something clear and just images of what I want my life to look like. I'm going to make a video, guys, don't worry. I'm going to make a video about dream boards. This is probably going to be one of my next videos I make. And I'm going to show you guys how I create my dream board, where I find my images and things like that. So going on Instagram and printing out your favorite images, or just going online on Google, on Pinterest, and just printing out the images you want and putting them on a board. Just having something that every morning you wake up and you see a photo. Maybe it's just a photo of Paris. If you want to live in Paris, I have a huge painting that is of Paris, and that was in my room in college for the whole year basically. And Paris is always a place that I love to go, and I was able to manifest a trip to it this past year. I think visual is so important. Just really puts things in a tangible way. Even photoshopping yourself into photos. If you've never been to Paris, you can photoshop yourself in a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower. Or if you've already been to Paris and you have a picture of yourself in Paris and you want to go back, blow it up really big and hang it on your wall like a poster. Just do anything visual that'll get your mind stimulated and just give you motivation in the mornings when you wake up or at night before you go to sleep. Third tip is to commit to yourself. Committing to yourself is not necessarily blocking everyone else out or just not being open to love or to relationships or to new friendships, but it's basically to put yourself first. And I know that sounds very selfish, but guys, you can't pour into somebody else's cup from an empty cup. Meaning, you can't give yourself to other people if you haven't filled yourself up first with love and nurtured yourself first. So you can't really help others if you're empty. This past year, I really paid attention to my anxiety, and I pinpointed what exactly was giving me anxiety, and it helped me cope with it and help me deal with it more. And just being honest with yourself, noticing what makes you feel bad and what makes you feel good and what makes you feel happy, and going towards what makes you feel happy rather than going towards what makes you feel bad. Just getting to know yourself, being introspective, and getting out of your mind and your thoughts so much, because like I said, our mind can blow things out of proportion and make mountains out of molehills. You can't do that. You can't let your mind rule so much. You want to control your mind, control your emotions, but you also don't want that to become your world. You also want to live in the present, live in the moment. Stop being inside so much. Stop closing yourself off from the world and go out, explore, be open to new experiences, to new people, and get out of your routine. And I think that's so important, because when we get out of our comfort zone, when we get out of what we're used to, that's when you really grow and you really learn and you really live and embrace the moment. Embrace where you are. I mentioned in previous videos that whenever you change your routine, or you just happen to do something different for a change, that's when life-changing things happen. You can meet someone new. Life can just take a turn for the better or the worse, hopefully the better. If you're the type of person that resists change, you're never gonna grow. You have to seek change. I love change. I hate feeling stagnant. I used to not feel that way, you know? I used to want things a certain way, and if things didn't go my way, I felt like, what am I doing? But now I embrace change. When things go wrong, I always feel like it's the universe or God telling me this is not the right path. You need to go on the other path. So work on that and embrace it. Embrace what makes things difficult for you and grow from them. And that's how you can control your emotions, is by accepting things and accepting that things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. And our reaction to them is what impacts us. So make sure your reaction to things are good and they're appropriate. Don't overreact. Always take time to think things over. Always assess situations before making a brash decision or jumping to conclusions. And you'll see how much better life will be, and embrace the unexpected. So that's basically all I had planned to talk about in this video. I just want you guys to know that the year is whatever you make of it, and not to let external circumstances destroy your own inner peace and destroy your world, because our world is different from what's out there. That world out there, unfortunately, we can't control things that happen, but we can control our reaction to them. We can control how we choose to let it affect us. I'm telling you, life is so beautiful when you're positive. Life is truly, truly beautiful. And I'm telling you, positivity is not about forcing things. It's not about acting fake or acting like you have the perfect life. Positivity is merely telling yourself, hey, it's going to be okay. You're gonna make it through this. And positivity is telling others they can make it through this. And I'm living proof that what you think, you become. Because whenever I'm going through a really difficult time and I just let it consume me, I just become the most horrible person. And I don't mean like a mean person. Of course, sometimes when you feel bad about yourself, you tend to lash out at others and you become negative. But I'm not productive when I'm in a rut. I'm not happy. I'm not nice. I am just not a good person. So in order for me to be a good person and to be a good person for my loved ones and the people around me, I have to fix myself first and take responsibility for myself and my actions and for my thoughts. And I stop letting others affect me. I stopped letting others dictate my life for me. And I've taken control of my life and my emotions, of the way I feel. So when people are negative with me or rude to me or mean to me, I don't take it personally, because I understand that when people are mean to you, it's not a reflection of you, it's usually a reflection of them and their state of mind. So I am more patient with people, and I'm more patient with myself, because understand that you're not going to build a new life in 365 days. It might be less or it might be more than that. So don't be hard on yourself if this past year you aren't where you wanted to be, or if right now you're not where you wanted to be a year ago. Be patient with yourself. And like all great projects in life, everything takes time, and just embrace the change, embrace the new year, embrace the unexpected and the positivities. And I think that's what makes life so beautiful, is the unexpected, and what makes life worth living. Like Figaro. I didn't plan on adopting him in December. I didn't even plan on having a cat. If you would have asked me a month and a half ago if I would have a pet cat, I would have told you no. But look, I have him, and he's the sweetest little companion I could ever ask for, and I'm so happy to have him here. and he's the best gift that I could ever have, and he's so sweet. So that's life. I hope that shows you guys that no matter how bad your year goes, no matter how your year started or how it's going to end, you still have the opportunity to have a beautiful life, and you can reach all your goals, and you can hustle and get to where you want to be, and never stop working hard. You guys, you need to keep working, focus on your dreams, and while people are partying, you should be working and you should be hustling, because good things come to those who work their ass off and who are relentless in the pursuit of what they want in life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video filled you with good vibes, and I'm sending you all my positive vibes to you if you're watching this. I know you're gonna do great things this year as long as you stay positive and you work hard and you don't give up on yourself. Yeah, I'm sorry if this video was super long. But I hope it helped you guys. I hope you have a blessed 2017. I send you all my love, best wishes, my positive intentions to you and your loved ones, and may you bring into your life all of the good that there is, and may you have strength to get through the valleys in life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already to see more videos from me, and also comment down below. Tell me all your resolutions. Tell me all the things that you want to accomplish, that you will accomplish this year. And I want to hear from you guys, and also don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. I love you guys so very much, and always remember that no matter where you are in life, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, your true beauty, your true power, and your true worth always come from within. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.